Boom, we're live.
Boom, we're live. Zach wants it centered right here.
Yeah, setup's looking pretty nice. Let's get a full screen, get a visual. Yeah, we're looking good in this bitch.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, episode 112. 1 month from UFC 280 to the day.
To the
To the
day.
day. Cheers, boys. I'm taking it easy on beer. I've been drinking for like the last 5 days in a row.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I did
that's
grab this one
mostly
for
the
you
week.
if you want it.
Work week. Thank you.
Dylan,
Drinking water.
welcome back to the pod. It's been a couple minutes, man. How you been?
Good. You
Yeah.
guys?
You
Good.
come
Yeah,
when you
you know,
want, and you
same
go as
shit.
you please.
In a way, yeah.
No, it's
unspoken.
it's a good
It's
way.
an unspoken
You come when you
agreement.
want, and you go as you please.
No, I was just saying, like, it's gonna add a new little aspect because
Yeah.
we've been talking about the same shit for like the last couple months now. We can kind of switch it up. I'm looking for
What do you mean?
energy. I'm looking for ideas.
You're looking for.
I'm looking for-
spice.
I'm looking for hot takes.
Whoa.
I'm looking for huge questions
Is
to
that
make
a-
us
Can I
contemplate.
get that? On top of the fridge. My nose. I need to blow my nose.
Oh,
My nose just
Oh,
started
okay.
running. I don't know why.
What were you guys talking about? The anatomy of the fighter.
What was the most recent JRE?
I didn't really watch it.
I didn't watch it either. I know it was on O'Malley though.
It's pretty cool.
Was Walt Harris on JR?
I knew that was coming.
Oh, okay.
It's been on multiple times.
Oh, So much
He
better.
Basically, does the life of certain fighters, kind of.
Yeah, anatomy of the fighter. He's done it a couple times. He did it with Khabib.
Yeah.
He did it with
Khabib is the one that he
Valentina
blew.
Shevchenko,
Usman.
Usman. Did it with a couple fighters. All world class too.
Yep.
I thought I was the one that kind of found him for the first time when he was on JRE, and he had these crazy ass stories about how he moved to Malaysia and he was rooming with a sex addict, and then he had to get like $200 from her just to fly back, and like
Essentially the same exact podcast that he did today.
Oh, yeah.
That I heard today.
was it? It like got posted today.
I think so.
Oh no shit! I didn't even hear about that.
Or 2 days ago, yesterday.
Yeah.
That's an interesting. I mean, it's a great series. It's crazy that like his girlfriend at the time, and it was he was only dating her for like a couple weeks or something, bought him his first camera, and that's what started it all. Only like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah.
All right, let's just jump right into it. So we have been on the UFC 280 train for a minute. So we've been talking about the fights.
Hopefully it sticks together.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Like Oliveira needs to make weight. That's the first thing. With the amount of crazy
Is
fights.
that the first thing?
Well, he didn't make weight his last one.
Come on. A pound.
Half a pound.
Right.
I think it's bullshit. I completely agree.
I don't think it's
It's not the first time he's ever missed weight though. Like he's done it a couple times, which is a problem, especially if you want to be champion. You got to be able to have that discipline. And I get it. Like it's, he barely did it. I even saw something today. Ariel Helwani was saying about how the UFC belt's not a governing, controlled belt. Like it's not. If you miss weight, you can't compete for the belt. It's the UFC telling him that he couldn't compete for it.
Yeah.
So it's not like the Las Vegas Athletic Commission said he couldn't. It's the UFC. So that's one thing. Oliveira's gonna have to make weight. And then with the 8-9 fights that the UFC 280 has that are huge. Have you seen the whole main card, like the whole prelims and everything?
Not past Sean Brady and Bilal Muhammad.
All right. Well,
Because
here you go. If you want to look at it, this one right here is UFC 280. Oliveira Makhachev, Sterling Dillashaw, Piotr O'Malley, Caitlin Chukagian, Manon Fiorot, Bilal Muhammad, Sean Brady, Beneil Dariush, Matus Gamrot,
Oh yeah, Beneil.
Volkan Ozdemir, Nikita Krylov is also on there. Our boy Muhammad Makayev is fighting Malcolm Gordon,
What is Darush?
lightweight.
No. What is he ranked?
4?
He's
Well,
fighting-
actually, hold on. It might
Is
be
he fighting
5.
a no name?
No, Matus Gamrot is number 8.
Oh, he's fighting Gamrot.
Yeah.
Right. And Gamrot beat who?
Sarukian.
15 fights. Holy fuck.
Mm-hmm. So we were just saying, like, there's got to be, I'm assuming there's going to be one fight that either gets canceled, postponed, or, like,
Yeah, 1 or 2.
injury, missed weight, something like that.
It's 2 fights in normal. And
O'Malley
that's
versus Jan is going to be the one.
damn the one after that.
Jan O'Malley is a wild card in this fight. Like, it's the one that everybody thinks they know what's going to happen, but Sean O'Malley has a fucking reach on Piotr Jan,
And we know that stat.
which
so.
is the huge aspect. The only reason I don't love that stat is because Petr Yan beat Corey Sandhagen, which is similar reach.
Yeah, but Corey Sandhagen's kind of on the downtrend.
I
He's
don't know
not.
about
He just
that.
beat-
I don't think so.
Didn't he just beat?
He just beat Song Yadong.
Oh yeah, he did just beat Song.
It wasn't like a clear win, like Yadong got
And yeah,
medical
he-
stoppage, but he was
He did
at
fuck
least
him up.
tied.
He
He's
did fuck him
only ever been finished by Aljamain by submission.
And if you look at his losses,
We'll see.
like going to bantamweight real quick, his last couple
Like
fights.
Sandhagen, but-
Look at his last fights. Yadong, Petr Yan, Dillashaw, Frankie Edgar, Marlon Moraes.
Yeah,
Like, he's only
that
lost to Dillashaw and Yan.
Edgar's that's a bad one.
Yeah,
and Marlon
no,
Moraes is a bad one.
He had that was knockout of the year last year. Or it was
Yeah,
like
but
number
it's
2.
Frankie Edgar.
Yeah, Frankie Edgar is still a monster. He is.
It's a name under his belt, and he's
Yeah.
got a couple others.
He does. He's been around for a minute, and he's been in the top 5. in
Marlon
bantamweight for,
Moraes
like,
ain't even
2
in the
years
UFC anymore, and I think Edgar's definitely like top, like
It's
low,
not the peak of
low
his
tier,
career. Marlon
low
Moraes
tier.
retired.
Oh,
Yeah,
And he
he's like
fought-
38.
He fought 2 good fighters and lost, and Yadong Song is probably in the Frankie Edgar Marlon Moraes.
I don't know about that. Yadong's
I'd
still
say-
young.
I'd say-
He's knocking people out.
Yeah, I say he's Frankie Edgar.
yeah, it was a medical stoppage. I think Yadong's not entirely out of this equation.
No, Yadong's gonna be back. I like Song Yadong, and he's one of the most violent bantamweights. Like he can knock people out with the best of them with Petr Yan.
Mm.
Like he's one of those guys.
What an odd thing to say about Yadong.
Yeah, my dong can knock people out. Actually, I said it about your
I had to
dong.
throw it in there.
Actually, I said
no,
your
sorry,
dong.
Your dong.
Oh,
Your
okay.
Yadong Song.
Your-
All right, so we're all in agreement that each other's dongs are
No,
pretty active in the
not
bantamweight
agreeing.
division,
Not agreeing to that.
basically. Your dong weighs in at 135 pounds. That's a pretty big dong. All right, that joke went to its climax, if I could.
I
So,
was just gonna
Bro,
roast Matt.
this
I was
guy.
all right, so Dylan,
There's people booing.
what do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about UFC 279? You want to talk about last week's fight night? You want to talk about next week's fight night? You want to talk about fucking whatever? Anything.
What's in the
This guy wanted
mix?
to talk about UFC 280, so
What's really in the mix going on right now?
Next week?
all right.
is-
Kevin Holland retired.
Oh yeah, Kevin Holland.
Kevin Holland
Oh,
retired. I'll just say it.
yeah.
Since we forgot.
We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know
announced
if it'll
it.
stick, but
Announced it.
he did. He announced that he retired today, and MMA Twitter's been blowing up about it. Everybody's
Yeah.
following the train on it. So, which sucks because 2 weeks ago we were just talking about how, like, in a couple of years he's probably top 5 of that division.
Yeah, I
Like,
think
give
he
him
is
2 years.
considered himself top 5. Yeah, I think there's like this secret top 5, and I think he's in it. You know,
Well, right now I don't think he is. Just the welterweight division is just too stacked.
he could sell a pay-per-view, don't you think?
Yeah.
Co-main.
He could definitely.
Well, he just
co-main.
did.
Yeah, right. He did just do it. He could definitely sell. He could be a fight night main event.
100%. Oh
I'd
yeah,
put him
a
fight night
big
main
fight
event.
night main event.
Like
Yeah,
in the welterweight
sure.
division,
Who's
someone
this?
definitely not pay-per-view.
Kevin
though.
Holland.
Definitely not pay-per-view.
Like
was a bad
I
thing
would,
to say.
I would
I
sell.
want to see what I want to see from him is just full Superman persona.
Hmm.
He's stopped a couple of crimes. If he can stop like two more,
Yeah,
And
Then that's
you're on the
some
you're on,
legendary shit.
you're
want
on
some-
you're on some other shit.
you could make like a franchise out of that.
Yeah,
shit,
but
you know what I'm saying?
since he's
Maybe that's what he's gonna go do.
Do you think he stays retired, or is this just a big?
I say give him a year.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see if he wants to go into other types of stuff. He seems like the kind of guy that I bet he has a YouTube channel. I bet he could get a following on that.
How many fights does he have on his contract, dude?
Oh, I couldn't tell you. I can
He's
tell
had
you
a lot
that.
of fights already in the UFC.
I can tell you that. What was it? 2020. Yeah, 2020. He went on that like 6-fight win streak. Like he had
I
6
know.
fights in a year. Fucked everybody up.
Yeah.
So,
Like,
I mean-
Yeah,
two,
he
three
got
months.
humbled by
He's been in the UFC.
Hermanson.
Hermanson and Vittori.
You know,
He took the Vittori
gotten
fight short
humbled.
notice. Yeah.
he was also a mouther. Remember that shit?
Oh yeah, he
Oh,
talked
was
to
a
everybody.
mouther.
Dude,
And he's
yeah,
not
I would like
anymore.
to see him and Jack Hermanson.
He has one of the most unexpected knockouts ever when he knocked out Jacare from his back.
Yo, that's really
That was
crazy.
nuts.
That was
actually, like,
crazy.
Really cool.
And I mean, you can say whatever you want about Jacare being on the decline, but still, it knocked
on-
out
he is
anybody
on the
off his
decline.
back. Oh, he's out now. Like he's been done. I want to say when Andre Muniz broke his shoulder or like separated his shoulder, that was it.
Isn't he signed? He's in Khabib's.
Eagle FC.
Yeah. How's that doing?
Yeah, dude, we were
Shocker?
just talking about the other day. No, Eagle FC. You heard anything about them?
No, but
Yeah.
it's another country.
It's true. They have some big fighters signed. Like Junior Dos Santos is signed over there.
Yeah,
They
I
have a
heard
couple
about his
fighters.
last fight. He got fucking
He got smoked.
by DeCastro.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. No, Dos Santos had a medical injury that
Yeah.
stopped the fight. Yeah, he didn't get knocked out. Right.
That's the last I've heard. What was that? A couple
Well, it
months ago?
sucks with a company like that. Well, what they did, obviously, you have to do like when you start your promotion when it first becomes big, you have to put all your fighters in the first like couple events so people know who you got. You have exciting pay-per-views.
I don't think it's about the fighters. I think it might be the government. I think it's the fact that
Well, I'm all,
you can't really make a business out there that big, bro.
yeah, but Russia loves the Nurmagomedovs. They can do whatever they want over there.
Bro. Pay it back. Can't really make a business that big.
Isn't like Henry
You just
Cejudo and
can't.
Kevin
Like,
Lee
that's how
part
they
of them
operate.
too?
Why is it doing?
Dude, come on. You don't think that?
No.
What do you think the Russian mafia is putting a veto?
Not the mafia. There's
The
another
government. You
word
think
for it.
Putin?
The government, yeah. Not Putin.
What's the
but
government?
Like, for real.
Like, yo, what
Like,
if?
how many
what
other
if
things
Khabib-
come out of Russia? How many other things come out of Russia?
Yo, would you
That are
watch?
like franchise.
Would you watch Putin versus Khabib MMA
McDonald's?
fight?
McDonald's? What the fuck? No, like they. Yeah,
They definitely have McDonald's in Russia.
serious.
Not anymore.
No,
No.
I think it's an exception
what
that
about like Dunkin' Donuts?
Khabib. I mean, Eagle FC is even a thing. I think it's an exception for their standard. Like,
I hear what you're saying. I mean, listen, it's they could have marketed it one way, right? Like if they got all the Dagestani guys to go over there,
How do they get
it may not be the
bread?
most popular
Do
promotion.
they make their own bread, Russia?
What do you mean? Wait, you don't think they have wheat fields in Russia?
Do they?
I would assume so. Dude, have you
Maybe.
seen the fucking size of that country? They have to have
It's fucking
agriculture.
ice, dude.
Not the whole
It's
country.
fucking. I know that. I know this is a really dumb conversation.
How does Canada get bread?
Us?
how does Canada get bread?
You know what I mean? They're
How
ice
does
too.
it get
So like if Canada can get bread, I'm sure Russia can.
I don't give a.
This is a stupid conversation.
Yeah, that's how we got here. It's an
I was
interesting
just saying
How
why
does-
we don't hear about Eagle FCs. The fact that
I know.
just
I
not
think.
much really comes out of
Well,
Russia.
I think
as
they
far as,
used all their top fighters
shit.
really early. So over the last 3
Oh,
months, they've all been
fuck.
resting, waiting for their next fight. And I don't think they've been putting out like no-name fights, so we haven't really been paying attention to them. That's my guess.
Yeah, I think it's because we're in war.
That might
What's
be
going
another
on?
aspect. That is
Fucking
also.
plug
Yeah, I forgot about
You
that.
know, we're kind of in war with them, so
Do you think
they're probably like not doing Eagle FC right now.
Do you think if Oliveira
No,
beats Makachev, that Khabib could come back and fight Oliveira?
No, he's not.
I don't think he's come back at lightweight. Dude is
Khabib's not
husky
coming
nowadays.
back.
He's coming
They
to
were saying-
America, huh? They allowed him.
Probably.
Khabib. They're allowed to come here right now.
I would assume so.
They got
yeah.
visas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you mean, just with the whole Russian-Ukraine thing?
Oh, actually, isn't that in Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, it is in
Oh,
Abu
yeah,
Dhabi. That's a good point. Yeah, it's on Fight Island.
I'm not
Dana
saying
White
it like
just
that.
said-
I'm just curious about it. Like they
Dude,
must have
Fight
visas.
Island is such a wild
Dana-
concept.
Dana
the
White
fact
just
that
said-
Yeah, I
it's
know.
It's like
It's its own island. There's
Yeah.
nothing else.
There's a
It's
word-
just
there's a
owned
word
by
for it.
rich Saudi princes, right? It's literally owned by princes.
I think it's owned by the Fertitas. Like I think like the
Oh,
UFC
no,
bought the island.
No, they own the people that own the island have like 10% stake in the UFC.
Oh really?
but it's
Mm.
outside of the jurisdiction of fucking everybody.
Yeah.
which is
Yeah,
cool.
there's like
What is
no.
it?
They have their
flight
own
commissions.
government,
There's no
yeah.
athletic commissions.
Isn't
It's
that
kind of like
something?
it's kind of like Dubai. They have their own government.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's run on billionaires.
But if you're gonna
Like
host,
Dubai has no
host
taxes.
a fucking cage fight extravaganza
Mm.
in like the modern world, like don't you want to kind of have it like
Regulated?
No,
Oh, okay.
No, just completely unregulated. Like nobody can touch it.
Yeah, that's what they kind of did during
But
COVID.
Dana White just
Must be a
said
wild
in the
time.
press conference for the last fight night that they're not going to have as many events in Abu Dhabi for next year. Like he's already gone through, or he's starting booking shit. Said that they're not going to have as many events over there. I don't even think they had that many this year.
Then
It
we
was
should
more
go.
mainly
they had,
because
like,
We
of
should go to the
COVID.
last
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, it was COVID. You want to go to Abu Dhabi?
Yes.
I would love to go there, but
That'd be sick.
we can't.
Fight. Why can't we?
Yeah, we can't. We're not going to get into it for political reasons.
Can't go there.
What?
We can't.
We can't go there.
Abu Dhabi?
Yeah,
Why?
I can't go there.
I can't.
You can't?
I can't either.
Why?
We'll talk about it after. There's certain restrictions about going
Yeah,
there.
you got to get a passport and stuff.
Oh, do you not have a passport?
You can get a passport.
I can get a
guys.
passport.
Yeah, I know I can get a passport.
Yeah,
I need to get a passport myself. I might go
yeah
to
you
Portugal,
vaccinated, bro?
But yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a
That's
loser.
it?
You're a
Yeah.
fucking loser.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're a loser.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can't go to Abu Dhabi if we're not vaccinated.
Yeah, you
Pretty
can't go to I can't go to the UK.
Thank you.
I can't go to France. I
Honestly.
can't go to Greece.
Call me a pussy one more time while we're talking about UFC fighters who all got vaxxed in order to go to this place.
Nah, some of them didn't.
And you're like, nah, fucking getting vaxxed is pussy shit.
We didn't say it's pussy shit. We
Bro,
just said
now
it's
they
not.
tell nah, dude.
We're not. We are
I
not
know.
getting into this podcast. We're so not.
You can't.
You really?
It's not good for you.
Yeah, whatever.
So Yan Xiaonan
Dude,
Yan
it's not
Xiaonan
good for me.
versus Mackenzie Dern this
I'm
weekend.
almost
Hey,
done.
buddy, Yan Xiaonan versus
No.
Mackenzie Dern this weekend. You have any interest in this fight?
Say the first name again. I know Mackenzie Dern.
Yan Xiaonan.
Yang Xiaonan versus Mackenzie Dern.
Let's say it one more time.
Yan Xiaonan.
Jean.
No, not John. Yan.
Jean.
You know Piotr Yan, right? Yan,
That's a wild name.
which is Chinese.
I know.
Xiaonan
It's
is
still
with an
a
X.
wild name.
Oh, it is.
Like, what
sure.
if my name was like Fur?
It's not three
Could
syllables
be if you
back
want
to
it,
back to
bro.
back.
Could
It's
be if you want
three
it.
completely different syllables.
Say it again. Say it again.
Yan,
Zhao Yan.
Zhao,
Yan.
Nan.
Nan.
Yao, Jean. You say
Really? No,
Yan.
you're doing it. Yan, Zhao, Nan.
Yan
There you
Zhao
go.
Yan.
Basically speaking Chinese already. So good for you.
We're there.
Wow.
What does that mean, Zach, in Chinese?
please tell
The
me.
fighting flower.
Really?
I have no fucking idea.
Why would you say that?
I know.
That seems like a
That
good.
was so serious.
Yeah, I know
was
it
like,
was so serious.
maybe.
He's like, wow, I
could have played it off, I guess. No, I have no idea what Yan Xiaonan means in Chinese. But she's fighting for a 5-round main event next weekend because there's no fight night this weekend.
She ranked or something?
Oh yeah, she's like number 5.
Who's she?
No, she's number 6. Mackenzie Dern's number 5.
Darn.
Women's strawweight division.
Darn. Yeah,
I'm like barely in this
I
shit.
think she got a
No, you're right.
bum.
Mackenzie Dern is very attractive.
She got a bum.
Yan Xiaonan, I have no idea. I haven't seen her in a while.
There was
We
one.
feel out of
There was
touch,
one
yeah.
last on like I think it was UFC 279. She got a bum.
Okay.
Just saying.
Oh, you know what? I totally know what you're talking about. We're not getting into that though. We're gonna keep this professional.
Oh my god.
Just saying.
I got yawn by fucking
Decision.
man. Plus
Me
180.
too. Me too.
I think Mackenzie Dern's a name. She's getting a lot of hype. I
Are
think
you on verdict at all?
they're getting pumped.
No.
Ooh, I gotta do verdict.
No,
or maybe
no,
you want to
You're
say
not
that?
on verdict?
I
You
am.
should
I
do it.
have it. It's downloaded. I did it. Like
Oh, you should do
once.
it, dude. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
I know.
Me and Austin are both blue belts. Yeah, man. So is E-Champ.
Be a fucking black belt by tomorrow. You fucking. Did you see Greg Hardy? I was
No,
just trying.
I didn't
No,
see Greg Hardy.
Greg Hardy.
Greg
You
Hardy.
know who that is?
I very well. He used to be in the NFL. Now he's a mixed martial artist. I think he went to Eagle FC.
Shit, Greg Hardy. Tom Hardy.
Okay. Yeah, Tom Hardy. Yeah. Tom Hardy won a
Shit.
Yawn
fucking
by decision or
UK
knockout?
He's a blue
Jiu-jitsu.
belt. He's a blue belt.
Yeah, he won a blue belt
He's a
tournament.
legit blue belt.
Yeah, he is. He's
Fucking
48 years old.
Sick.
That movie, The Warriors, bullshit now. Tom Hardy totally would have tapped his brother.
It was a really good movie.
It was a great movie. I watched it the other day after I saw that thing for Tom Hardy. You ever seen The Warrior?
It's just really
Warrior?
far out there. It's really
part of
far
it,
out
yeah.
there.
It's, I would say, one of
I
the
like Tom
best
Hardy.
MMA movies ever. You ever seen Never Back Down?
You ever
That's
seen
is that Michael
Barnyard?
Page
The
White?
Barnyard
Michael-
Animals?
Michael J. White. Michael.
What?
You ever seen the Barnyard?
Backyardigans?
No,
I don't think there's a
What
lot of
the fuck
MMA in
did
that.
I don't know. I can't think of the name, bro. Damn, I don't know. It's like this farm animal.
You ever
shit.
seen the Drake and Josh Christmas special
Yeah.
where Kimbo Slice is
Yeah.
Santa Claus?
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
That was back before Kimbo was even in the UFC, I think. That was when he was
Which
still,
is wilder.
I think that was still when he was just like an
Is it?
He
internet
was just a YouTuber beating
Yeah.
people the fuck
Yeah,
up.
he
He's just in Drake and
with
Josh.
Jorge Masvidal back
What?
in the day.
No, he was definitely on the UFC.
Yeah.
It's like, Dana White's like, yeah, like his moves and Drake and Josh.
Series scouted him. That was the first Dana White
Fucking-
Contender series.
Signed him,
Nickelodeon.
instantly signed him. That's funny.
Kimbo Slice was probably in the UFC around what, like 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
Dude, how many fights? Like 1 or 2?
Yeah, he didn't have many. I would say 2 or 3 is probably right. Let's look it up. I would guess that it's going to be 2 or 3. He's 5-2 in his career.
Really, one of the
He had
highest
2 fights in the UFC. He went 1-1.
one of the highest highlights of the Ultimate Fighter
Hey, do you know his-
series.
Do you know his
show.
actual name? They have his actual name here, not
Curtis?
Kimbo Slice.
Curtis?
His nickname was Kimbo Slice, apparently.
What is
Oh, what happened? Why did the camera just go off?
Oh, fuck.
Hey, boom, we're live. Quick
Sorry
technical
about that.
difficulties. Kimbo Slice's real name is Kevin Ferguson.
Kevin Ferguson? I knew that. What did I say?
Doesn't look like a Kevin.
What did I say?
I don't fucking know. I got all mixed up with that. All right. What did you think of Nate Diaz, Tony Ferguson?
Really? Actually, I think I bet Tony Ferguson, but not really surprised, really.
A lot of
And
people
I'm
had
really
Tony.
happy
I can't
for
believe
Nate
Tony
Diaz
was
to
the
come out.
favorite in that.
Did you see that he tapped him on 209 or something
Yeah,
like that? Or-
Yeah, 209 left in the 4th round, which is
Sick.
pretty cool.
Yeah, whatever.
As soon as the fight went down to the ground, he tapped him. That was so quick.
It's crazy.
Yeah, right. It was weird.
And now he seems like he wants to get into boxing.
Kevin Holland?
No,
Nate Diaz.
Nate
Oh,
Diaz.
Kevin Holland boxing.
No.
Like Jake Paul.
No. Jake Paul's got Anderson Silva.
Yeah, October 29th.
Dude, Kevin Holland would be such a more better draw and such a better fight.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
For the
it would-
MMA purists, the ones that saw Anderson Silva back in the day, this is such a cool fight to talk about.
I don't know.
Like Anderson
dude.
Silva's 47 now.
Thing is that no.
Kevin Holland
This
would be a
is-
much better
he's
talker.
fighting- I feel
Much
like he's
better
fighting
promoter.
a striker who, honestly, and I don't want to say this, but could throw the fight easily.
You think Silva could throw the fight? You think Silva really?
Yeah.
Do you think?
And
do you think Jake Paul would have to pay him?
Easily make it.
How much do you think Jake Paul would have to pay him for him to throw the fight?
A lot of money. I bet you he's paying him a lot of money.
I don't think he's going to throw the fight. Listen, you can say whatever you want about Jake Paul now, but he's kind of like a legitimate amateur boxer now.
I
He
feel
is.
like this one,
He's been. You could say what you want. He's been training for like 4
if
years.
this
for
one
boxing.
went for real, come on.
This is a for real fight. What do you mean? They're scheduled exhibition boxing.
I mean,
match.
he fought like Ben Askren.
Oh yeah, no, he's
Ben
faced.
Askren didn't. Okay, it wasn't set up, but Ben Askren didn't take that shit seriously, like at all.
I think he took
literally
it
did.
seriously. He's just not a great striker, and Jake Paul was severely underestimated because he has been training for
I
boxing.
think that fight on Jake Paul's record literally is the same as like an old dude outside a grocery store sizing up a teenager. And he just
but that's
sized
part
up
of
the
his
wrong
game
kid.
plan.
He sized up the
Part
wrong
of his
kid.
game plan. He's trying to find
Jake
people
Paul's
that
gonna
can
smash
promote.
Anderson Silva.
He's trying to find people that will have highly promoted fights
I mean,
that aren't
Woodley-
that skilled,
The
so he can get
Woodley
better.
one,
Woodley's a little bit better. Woodley was never a striker. He was a wrestler, but he had heavy hands. Like that was a dangerous matchup for Paul, and he knocked Woodley out.
I think
It's
that
not a
Jake
great win, but
Paul
it's
in
win.
most street
Twice.
fights
Beat him twice.
wins.
Yeah.
Most street fights
Knocked him out.
wins. But when he steps in the cage with a guy as old as it doesn't matter how old you get, motherfucker, you still got those fucking steps. Your hips still move. Hop, pop, pop. Anderson
What are you
Silva's
talking
got
about?
fucking
Talk about Anderson Silva.
Anderson Silva's still got that fucking
Anderson
striking.
Silva's gonna get knocked
technique.
out.
And Anderson Silva actually has boxing fights on his resume. Like he beat Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., who's an actual professional boxer. Like
I bet.
How old
I
is
bet.
he right now?
I'd bet
Silva?
48.
I'd bet
48.
Jake Paul.
It's not.
I'd bet
That
Jake
old.
Paul bets it.
That's not
He
that.
beats Anderson.
I don't
Honestly-
know what the fuck's gonna happen, man. What do you think the odds are?
If there was like an athlete as old as my dad right now, and my dad is 58 or something, I don't know how old my dad is, honestly. But my dad, if he was like really athletically in shape, like that's what he did for a living, he's already there, kind of.
Yeah, your dad's a beast.
Like if he was like beast,
Mm.
he fucking wrecks somebody at his age still.
Yeah.
So Anderson
Maybe.
fucking Silva?
Yeah, but Anderson
48?
Anderson Silva.
The
I'm
age
not,
is not.
dude, I'm not taking away from you. I think it's a really close fight. I just
It's
looked up
not a
the
close
odds.
fight.
I just looked up the odds. Would either of you care to wager a guess as to what the odds are?
If it's not in,
Dude. What is it?
What do you think?
Minus 120 minus
For who?
no,
for Jake Paul.
out of your mind,
Anderson Silva
minus.
minus 140.
No,
Jake Paul plus 105.
I'd take Jake Paul all day. I'd take Jake Paul all day.
Knowing
bro.
that, see, that's what I get
Knowing
back to
that
what I
is-
was saying. It's fucking set up. Anderson Silva is one of the best people to call in and say, "Hey, you need to make it look real now, like real."
What do you?
They both have the same exact reach. Listen, you're going to call me crazy, but I think that Anderson Silva is not anywhere, for people that actually are going into this fight knowing the name Anderson Silva, people are going to think that he's still like the fucking 2010, 2011
Exactly.
Anderson
You're
Silva,
reading it
and
right.
he's not.
He's not.
And he's not.
Yeah, I don't.
He's
think
still a world-class striker.
That's,
He's a world-class kickboxer, though.
He's nailing it.
He's a world-class kickboxer who has some
Okay.
boxing experience. He has head movement still. He has ability to strike.
Jake Paul does better.
But Jake Paul's been boxing for 4 years, man. And I'm not saying that I'm going to bet on Jake
I've been
Paul. Because
I've
I'm
bet
very
on him every
I'm
fight.
very even on this fight.
I've taken him every fight, dude.
I think it's full.
Yeah, well, this is
No,
easily
no,
his
no,
toughest
no,
fight.
No,
We say that every
no,
time.
No, it really no. I don't think no.
Tyron Woodley is his
I
toughest fight.
really
No,
actually
Anderson
think
Silva's way tougher.
Wilson.
Anderson Silva is
You think he beats him?
way ahead in the striking realm, like the technique and style and
No.
thought process in the pocket type of his boxing.
Mhm.
All right, so he stopped his last guy, Cesar Chavez Jr.
Mhm.
When he stopped him, when, how quickly?
So Anderson Silva is 3-1. He has 2 knockouts and he was knocked out once. His last fight was against Tito Ortiz and he knocked him out in the first round. Before that, he had a split decision win over Cesar Chavez Jr. Split decision
Split decision. Oh, I didn't know that.
in 8 rounds. And the one before that, he had Julio Cesar de Jesus knockout in
Who did he lose to? Knockout or a decision?
He lost to Osmar Luis Teixeira, and he got knocked out.
Imagine being that guy.
Silva was knocked out in the first round. Or I think he had a
Where's
medical
that
stoppage
video?
after.
Where's
the first
that
round.
video?
I don't know. But that was
Where's
his
that?
boxing
Look that
debut.
video up.
That was his boxing debut.
Look that up. Look that up. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. I want to see it.
Okay, I will. I'm just looking at this real quick. So he fought Julio Cesar Chavez, who's 53-6, by the way. Beat him by split decision.
Wow.
Yeah.
If I'm looking at Cesar Chavez, he has a 3-inch reach disadvantage over both of these guys.
Well,
He has 34 knockouts. So that's like, and it's an amateur boxing guy. He was suspended by the Nevada and Arizona athletic commissions. Wonder if he's been doing PEDs or something.
He's gonna lose.
Do we want to see Silva getting knocked out?
I want to see. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna lose. I'm sorry. How can you bet on that? Dude?
I don't know. I have no idea how you can
No,
bet
this
on
is
it.
not.
Oh, that's when he knocked out Tito. Listen, and that's what you should do if you're a real boxer. You should knock out Tito in the first round, and he did it. Who did I say he lost to?
I think it's very different.
He lost to Teixeira. Wonder how bad this is. It might not even be a knockout because it said 3 minutes in the first round, so it could be like a medical stoppage after the first one.
What does that even mean?
That means like the doctor said he couldn't continue.
Just look up Anderson Silva boxing loss.
How long ago was it? There really isn't any.
Right there,
Yeah.
right there. What's that? What's that?
It's Bigfoot Silva.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah, it would probably help if I put Anderson, huh?
You know, Kanye West admitted Sway had the answer.
That's
What is
funny.
that? What does that mean? I even watched the fucking.
You don't got the answers, Sway. You don't got the answers.
That was one of the most cringy Sway podcasts I've ever
Oh
seen.
man, it was so bad.
A radio show, it's not even a podcast, whatever. You know Sway in the morning?
Yeah.
Wait, this is when Kanye was
Kanye,
losing
like,
his mind.
years ago.
Kanye doing crazy shit years ago. Even still, it's not like
Yeah, it's not crazy.
my favorite is fucking Bush did not help.
Oh yeah,
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
on the
Michael Myers
And my-
didn't
my-
know what to do. It's so funny.
What?
Came out of left field with that shit.
That's
That's so funny.
It's so funny, dude.
No,
you don't
the
give
best,
a shit.
The best thing is him fucking after Kim broke up with him, going around her house in a fucking Bush costume. That is elite. And not George Bush. I mean a fucking shrub.
Yeah.
Like a bagosh. He was literally walking around in camo. Just, you know the fucking Toy Story animals when they would have the orange cones, they just stop in the middle of the road. Like, that's what he was doing with the Bush. He would go around, stop. Bush. That's so funny. This kind of guy.
I think that video he made of Pete Davidson, bro, was pretty funny.
What do you make of Pete?
Made
I've
a
seen so
video?
much shit.
Yeah, of him like
All right, who's
Uh,
funnier,
digging a
Kanye
grave.
or Pete Davidson? Who's
Dude,
actually
Pete
funny?
Davidson's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, but Kanye doesn't try to be funny.
You're right.
That's the thing.
Kanye's outlandish.
Kanye's just Kanye.
Yeah.
All right, so who do you like more? Who do you laugh?
Well, Kanye.
Kanye.
Has,
Everything
Kanye
Kanye says.
Kanye's also
everything.
has 22 years of fucking shit that we can laugh at. Pete Davidson's been famous for what, like?
Dude,
I
Pete
feel like
Davidson's
2 years.
22 years old,
Yeah.
dude.
Pete Davidson puts out a
Is
lot
he
of
younger?
jokes.
No, he's not younger.
He's
than us.
26.
Yeah, okay.
Pete,
No,
Pete
28,
Davidson
30.
puts out a
Might be
lot
30
of
now.
jokes. 90% of them hit.
Mm-hmm.
His dad
But
died in the
Kanye
Twin Towers.
puts out something every now and then that you're just like,
What the fuck? Dude? Holy shit!
just lose your mind.
Like,
over that shit.
when you think you could say it all, dude, he says something else. You know?
I thought the best comeback was when Kanye was going off on him on Twitter, and he was like, "Stay away from my wife." And he posts as a selfie. He's like, "Dude, I'm in your wife's bed." Like, I
Yeah,
don't know
that
what
was
you're
so
talking about.
funny. That was
So
so
funny.
funny.
Elite.
Be crazy if he gets her back now.
That would be.
Isn't that nuts?
That'd be pretty crazy.
Best album coming.
Oh God, he's gonna roast Pete.
Oh my god.
Yeah, right.
That would be
Oh my
so great.
Imagine he has like a 13-minute diss track at Pete Davidson or some shit.
Yeah.
You know how viral that fucking song
You
would
know-
be?
It's just silence for 5 minutes. This is like some bullshit. This is like some.
You ever hear how his stand up where he went out to eat with Kanye?
Mm.
Oh
Yeah,
and he
with Kid Cudi.
And
Yeah,
Kanye
and they had
fucking
him-
racked up the bill on his ass.
Yeah.
And that's like before all of this.
That's why he did it. That's why he did it.
That's hilarious.
It's so great. I guess Pete Davidson got the laugh in the end.
Yeah,
dude.
right.
What the fuck? They're going back and forth now over a
And
fucking
Kid
bill.
Cudi won't make music with Kanye because he won't make.
I heard something about that.
Yeah, he's done.
Which sucks because that album was fire.
Yeah, I
Kid
mean that's
See
all
Ghost?
Kanye.
Kid See
Yeah,
Ghost.
Kid See Ghost.
Yeah.
That was a really good
it's all
album.
Kanye production.
I think it was Kid Cudi too.
Oh,
They
he's
both
good.
worked
He's
on
got
it.
some good ad libs.
So
he does
let's
You've been listening to this guy
let's-
recently?
okay.
yeah.
No,
No, keep
You're
going.
good.
I want to hear it now.
No, he's fucking sweet.
Who is it?
Who is it?
He's little known. His
Little
name's,
known?
Mac Miller. You heard of him?
No.
No, you're thinking about that guy. You're thinking about that other guy.
No. This
That
guy.
Mac,
Mac,
the Mac,
no,
the freestyler.
Harry
making-
Mack.
I'm
Harry
making-
Mack.
Harry
I'm making a joke.
Oh,
You're gonna
Anyway,
make
who's this guy? Harry Mack?
yeah, Harry Mack's freestyler that goes on like LA Leakers and shit. He's actually pretty good. And he's like this fucking old ass white dude with a Italian slick back hair. You'd never expect it, but he like has bars. It's kind of cool. You should look him up sometime. We're not going to get into that. We're going to try to talk about UFC a little bit right now.
Nah, Kanye
maybe.
West, dude.
Kanye-
Best album.
What boxing fight do you think? Do you think Kanye West versus Pete Davidson in a boxing fight would sell?
I'm taking Pete Davidson.
Yeah, Davidson definitely has the reach.
I'm taking the
He
reach.
definitely has the reach.
But I'm taking power wise. I'm taking
Listen, but-
Kanye.
yeah,
In
Kanye-
no way, shape, or form does Pete Davidson win that fight.
You don't think
No.
so? You don't think so?
No.
I wonder if the internet has like Kanye and
The fucking
Pete's reach.
you're telling me the guy who sang fucking N words in Paris versus
Kanye's
guy-
5'8".
the guy who gets up on stage and is like, wow, fucking airplane food's fucking crazy right now. Ariana Grande
I-
doesn't want to suck my dick anymore.
I don't think he's ever talked about airline food.
That's exactly how he fucking talks. I don't know what the fucking
So Pete Davidson would have a 7-inch height advantage.
give a fuck.
I bet you they weigh right around the
Talking
same.
weight.
I bet they're both about middleweight, 185, probably. I think that boxing.
Yeah,
that
right.
boxing.
Pete
Put,
Davidson is alarmingly skinny.
put Kim right in the middle of the camera in the front row and have those guys box it out. I think that would be awesome. And I'm taking Pete.
Yeah, and then make all the like Kylie and the other ones,
Yeah. All the Ks.
Kendall, Chloe.
Oh, what's the fifth one? What's the fifth
Gucci.
one? Nope, not
Gucci.
Gucci. Not
It's
Gucci.
Gucci.
No, that's just her nickname
Creature.
with a K.
Casey. Carnivore.
Are you just?
It's something.
Saying
It's
random
something
names.
K and then Kardashian.
It
K.
Kylie, Kendall, Chloe, Kim, and the last one. The last one that dated what was that dude's name?
Oh,
Scott.
Kramer. Kramer
Yeah,
Kardashian.
it's Kramer. Yeah.
It's Kramer.
I'm gonna give you fights coming up, and I want you to tell me who you think's gonna win before we get completely off track. And I have nothing to do for this podcast. Okay, so we're gonna do that.
I'm sorry.
Not your fault. No, not your fault at all. That's not what I was saying. We'll start with UFC 280. Makhachev or Oliveira?
Oliveira, dude. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Vera, dude.
We are all in agreement for a main event. That's like the first time that's happened
Oh,
in
man.
a hot minute.
I'm going all
No, I
Vera.
really think that Islam's going to come out really hot. Attempt the grappling. A lot of like grabbing. A lot of maybe even like short scrapping. Just fucking trying to get the kid down. I think he's not going to expect how good his full guard is. They're going to get up a few times. I think Oliveira's going to press the fight, step right into his pocket, and he's just going to shoot more and more and more and more. And eventually, maybe second, third round, that's what we're going to see, repetitiveness of Oliveira stepping forward and Makhachev just continuing to try to press the grappling, but he's getting nowhere.
Oh, I think he's gonna get somewhere.
And
I think
he's gonna get some. He's gonna get fucking.
I think Oliveira's gonna get tested on his back, dude.
Because I don't
do
think
too.
Makhachev's going in there trying to submit this guy. I think he's going in there trying to
Ground and pound.
out grapple and ground and pound.
I
And
agree.
he's gonna get alarmed
Yeah.
how good the fucking defense is
Yeah.
of Charles Oliveira.
If he can ground him,
Not only that,
then I
but-
think he can win.
Well, how long do you think it is before we see the first shoot? Like, how long before?
Oh,
I assume Makachev's
near
going for the first
immediate,
takedown.
near first minute.
You think so?
Ooh, that's a good bet.
You can bet
I wonder
that
if you can bet
on
that.
Prize
That would be a
Pick.
pretty
Yeah,
good
yeah.
bet.
I just downloaded Prize Picks. I didn't set it up though.
I don't know.
I think that Oliveira has the advantage standing. I think that's probably obvious.
I think he has the advantage standing, and I think he has the advantage on his back. I think other situations he's going to get controlled a lot. Like, if they end up on the cage standing, he's going to get
Here's the
pinned
thing,
up
though.
there for a while.
I want you guys to think about this. When's the last time we saw Oliveira go against a wrestler? And you could say
Or
that
Chandler.
you
But,
could say that Chandler's a wrestler a little bit, but he tends to fight standing. Like Poirier's a boxer, Gaethje's a boxer.
Gaethje's
Ferguson's
decent
a boxer.
wrestler. Gaethje's a decent wrestler.
They can all wrestle, but their styles are
Um,
boxers. Like, we haven't seen him against a wrestler. Yeah.
I don't
So,
know.
like,
We've
that-
seen him lose. Has he actually? Can you look up? Has he lost at lightweight? He's lost at
Oliveira? Yeah.
featherweight.
His last loss was to Paul Felder. That was lightweight.
Lightweight. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, Paul Felder kind of fucked him up on the ground,
Yeah, he did.
and Paul Felder's not really.
Paul Felder's a good wrestler, and he was a savage back in
but
the day.
Are we putting him in the same?
Why are you
category?
moving your head like this?
Because I'm asking you. Are we
Okay.
putting him in the same category?
Paul Felder and Islam Makhachev?
No.
Is that the question you're asking?
Kinda,
No,
yeah.
no, those are not in the same category.
So-
Makhachev's like way worse.
Put like Felder in the category of like Gaethje, Chandler.
As far as wrestling goes,
Yeah. Like
yeah, about
they're
that.
all kind of freestyle.
right?
So yeah, I would agree. We haven't really seen him.
Exactly, and I think that that's an interesting aspect of it. Do I think that's going to be a huge move? I do, because I think that Oliveira. Listen, we know that he's going to end up on his back. We know that he's going to try to dominate position from his back, but Makhachev's experienced enough and has enough wrestling pedigree to be able to probably not get sunk into like triangle chokes, which is what, and guillotines, which is what Oliveira is known for, which is his first move.
Yeah.
And while Makhachev's controlling that and not letting Oliveira get position, he's going to be trying to beat the shit out of him on top. I think that's interesting. Do I think that he can finish Oliveira? Yes, I do think that he can beat him on the ground. Here's the thing, though. I can really see Oliveira knocking down Makhachev, like flooring him.
Yeah, that's what
Hitting
I
him
would
with a
like to
straight.
say. I would like to say something. We're all certain we're going to see Oliveira on his back.
Yes.
He's not going to get there by knockout,
Maybe
which is how he's gotten there the last.
he will be tested on his back, probably.
But he's not going to get there by knock. He's not going to get hurt, pull guard, basically.
Oh, I
Just
mean, he
fucking
could.
sit, which is what he's done.
He did it against Gaethje.
Oh, he's
twice.
definitely gonna try and take him
Everybody,
down, bro. Like I'm not.
Everybody. No. That's what he gets rocked and then he like kind of falls back and sits.
And you can't
That's
do that
not
against
gonna happen.
Makhachev.
If he gets down there, he's not going to be rocked. He's going to be fully defensive, 100% right there. That's something to think about. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, I hear what you're saying. To counter that, I do think that there was moments in the Gaethje fight that he barely got touched and he just went to the ground, hoping Gaethje would come down to his guard, which he did,
Okay.
and it worked out for him.
But if he gets taken down,
If he gets-
hasn't been
if he gets taken down-
taken down.
That's another great question.
What's his
Chandler
takedown?
took him down.
Okay.
Chandler took him down, and he got put in a. Oh no, he didn't. Did he?
I don't remember. That was a pretty crazy fight.
No, I think Oliveira knocked him down, and then he put him in a rear naked choke. Chandler got out of it and started ground and pounding him, and almost finished it standing. And then the round was over, and then he obviously knocked him out in the second round. I think that's what happened. I couldn't tell you the last time Oliveira was taken down. They might score one for Michael Chandler. Gaethje certainly didn't. I don't think Poirier did. Tony didn't. This will be Oliveira's 43rd fight, by the way.
Good for him, dude. He's a veteran. Like,
His first fight in the UFC was in 2010. So he's been over 12 years.
what's his streak right now?
11.
That's pretty cool. There's a Ferguson streak, bro, and he's a champ.
All right. So the last time he was taken down, Kevin Lee took him down twice.
Okay.
Kevin Lee's a good wrestler. And you never know, man. Maybe he let him take him down.
Yeah.
Oliveira also has a 4-inch reach advantage against Islam Makhachev, by the way. Oliveira's takedown defense is 57%, which is, honestly, I thought it'd be better. Islam Makhachev's takedown defense is 88%. Oliveira is 2 years older. It's an interesting fight, man. Listen, Oliveira has been the underdog 4 of his last 5 fights, and he's obviously won them all. And he's going to be an underdog in this fight as well.
You think?
Yeah. The early odds came out, and Oliveira was like plus 200. I know. All right, so next one, because we got a month to talk about this. Next one, Dillashaw Sterling. For the bantamweight title.
Dillashaw.
I got Dillashaw too.
So much advantage in the chemicals going through his blood.
Oh, what do you mean? He's clean now. He wouldn't have been brought back if he wasn't clean.
Picograms.
No, the
Are
UFC
they
gets
testing
picograms.
the picograms?
He gets picograms, though. Like John Jones doesn't get tested for picograms anymore.
Does he not?
He gets tested for them, they don't show up. I mean, that shit can live in your system for like 5 years.
But he still gets him?
No, he gets tested for it. I would assume John Jones gets tested by USADA like every 2 weeks.
He has to get tested on that.
Yeah. Dillashaw is definitely right around the same boat.
That's wild.
I would assume so. There was a time where Francis Ngannou got tested 25 times in a month. Isn't that fucking nuts?
They're like, we gotta make sure. We gotta make sure this guy, if he kills somebody, it's not on us.
Mm-hmm.
Aljamain Sterling has a 4-inch reach advantage on Dillashaw.
I got you.
I like Aljo too.
I think Dillashaw has equal wrestling as Aljo, but his stand-up game is better. That's what I think. Petr Yan, Sean O'Malley.
O'Malley.
Come on. You're not really putting in your pick like that, are you? Are you like saying maybe O'Malley? Are you
No, I'm not
saying
just
with
saying
chest?
O'Malley.
Saying with chest?
No.
Listen, Jan's at a disadvantage. He's not going to have O'Malley in his corner.
What's the odds? O'Malley's got to be the.
Oh, yeah, Jan is like minus 400. O'Malley's probably
That's
plus 340.
That's a decent pick. O'Malley at plus 3. When's the last time he's been the fucking underdog? Cheeto?
No, he was the favorite in that. He was a heavy favorite in that. He was like minus 300 in that fight. I don't know if Sean O'Malley's ever been the underdog. I doubt it. He was even the favorite against Rob Font.
Interesting.
I'm going Petr Yan. I'm not overthinking that.
Going Petr Yan too, but I might take O'Malley as like a backup. On
Sprinkle it.
Yeah, I'll sprinkle it on I'll sprinkle it just because the number's there.
Yeah, the number is there. And I mean, those are just opening odds, but we saw O'Malley at plus 340 when it started. Sean Brady versus Bilal Muhammad.
We go Bilal Muhammad.
That was a nice little giggle.
He is good. I don't know who this Sean Brady is.
One of the best takedown
You know who
defenses
Sean
in
Brady
the
is?
UFC.
I know that.
Which is an important statistic because Sean Brady is a wrestler.
I
Sean Brady is
kind-
16-0.
So white dude, kind of tatted.
Yep.
Um,
Welterweight, number 8 in the division right now, 16-0. His last couple fights were against Michael Chiesa, Jake Matthews. Beat everybody he's ever faced, obviously. Bilal Muhammad, number 5 in the welterweight division. So Brady's 9.
I don't know.
This fight's on the prelims,
You
by the
think-
way. This doesn't even make the main card.
I know that's what's yeah. You said that last. That's crazy. It is crazy.
I got Sean
I think
Brady.
Darush not being on the.
Darush is on the main card.
He is on the main.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these 2 fights are going to get swapped.
Oh, all right.
Mm,
Yeah. I'm sorry. What are we on?
Talk about Sean Brady versus Bilal
Yeah, I
Muhammad.
already think Bilal Muhammad's gonna either win by decision or he's gonna knock him out, and I'm leaning towards decision.
Yeah, I'm definitely going decision, especially if it's Bilal Muhammad, because Bilal Muhammad is a decision fighter.
I'm also thinking though, if Sean Brady's a wrestler, he's gonna be leaning in a lot, and I think Muhammad could clip him in in the third round, maybe second round.
We
I'm
saw,
definitely not thinking first round.
what was the fight that we saw Muhammad's takedown defense? It was Luque, right? No, it was Maya. It was Maya. But listen, that's 42-year-old Damon Maya. We got 27-year-old Sean Brady.
He's held his defense pretty good though. Who has he fought?
He's on a win streak against Damian Maya, Vicente Luque, and Stephen Thompson.
Yeah, the Luque one, he
Dude,
showed his great
Luque-
defense too.
I really like Luke.
I remember
he just
the Luque
lost to
fight
Jeff
when,
Neal.
Yeah, he did. Jeff Neal had a really good showing against Luque.
Hmm.
Jeff Neal, a boogeyman in the division right now, number 6, I want to
Hmm.
say. Stephen Thompson somehow is still number 7 in that division.
Wild.
So crazy. He's had one fight in like 3 years.
It's crazy.
Um,
Such a nice guy.
Benil Darush, Matus Gamrot. I'm going Benil. I think he out wrestles Gamrot. I think he brings him to the ground just like he did Tony Ferguson and just force his way to another decision win. Either that or he ground and pounds, knocks him out in the 3rd round.
When did you get that poster?
The Jesus one?
Yeah.
Um,
What is that?
when we went
What
to
is that?
Boston for the Celtics game. That's
And
it's
you
a poster.
were in Boston for the Celtics game. You were like,
Yeah, we went to FYE.
this is it.
For those of you
This is gonna
that can't
complete
see
the
it.
room. This is
move the camera so they can see it.
this is what the room needs.
Listen, do you see the setup though? It's right next to my workout bench. I got Kobe Bryant.
It's still
I
hilarious.
got Kobe Bryant
It's
on one side,
still
and I got
hilarious.
Jesus looking over my back. Like, how else would you want to work out? It's a poster of Jesus with the quote "Don't be a dick" next to it.
Wild.
It's a pretty good quote. It's words to live by, honestly. It's words I tend to live by. You know, don't be a dick.
Should always keep the Lord close by.
Yeah, exactly. And Kobe. Should always keep Kobe by.
Both Lords.
Right.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Oh,
Dana White-
I thought you were talking about Kobe.
Dana White giving cash bonuses out, huh?
Oh yeah.
To Mama.
Oh yeah, Makayev said that.
Mm.
I don't know what that means. I just saw him tweet about it. And
Probably some Nelk
No
boy
idea.
shit.
Maybe.
Just like, hey, Nelk
They're
boys,
going
how
to
about you
Rumble,
give these
dude.
guys
We should
50
start
grand
posting
for
on
it?
Rumble.
last thing that I want to talk about today.
They're going to Rumble, so
Paul
Heads up.
Rosas Jr.
Oh, yeah, that kid. He's like
17-year-old.
fucking young as shit.
He's the youngest fighter ever in the UFC. Obviously 17.
Wild.
I don't think there's too much to boast about him because he's only had one fight and he won by decision. It wasn't like an amazing fight. It's not like you knocked him out in the first round or anything. Jiu-jitsu specialist.
Mm.
And 17 years old, UFC contract. He's turning 18 soon. He has a weird chin. He's a very odd-looking individual.
He's got a weird nose. Nose.
But yeah, congrats to the kid, man. 17 years old, fighting in the
You
UFC.
know what would be fucking hilarious if like the UFC signed this kid? I think they did.
Yeah, he
right?
signed.
And they just signed like a minor, and then he just gets his head clobbered in, and he just gets like brain damage.
What? That wouldn't be funny. Talking about a 17-year-old getting brain damage. That's not funny.
Yeah, the UFC would have to pay for it though.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What if like his first fight they put him against like a 35-year-old?
And he gets his head clobbered in, and the UFC's like, oops. What the fuck? He's like 17, bro.
Well, he's gonna be 18 by his next fight.
Probably, yeah.
I would assume that this guy has maybe 1 or 2 fights over the next 2 years. Like they're not gonna push him like that.
What if he turns out to be like a Nate Diaz, and he's just like, yeah, man, what's up? 209. Sorry.
I don't. I think he's Mexican. First of all, I don't think he speaks English. I don't think he's gonna be like Nate Diaz.
It'd be weird to hear Nate Diaz's accent in Spanish.
Yeah, I think so. I bet he knows Spanish. He's a
No,
Diaz.
for real. Like I know he actually got like some kind of special license to
Yeah,
for
rumors.
UFC at 17. Who's the other kid?
El Nino Problema.
Hooper?
He's
Chase
6-0.
Chase Hooper was
He
the other
is
kid.
he is a bantamweight, so he's actually in Chase Hooper's division.
Intern.
Dude.
You called the first
Fucking-
fight.
Listen, he's 17 years old. Give him 2 years, he's gonna be in featherweight or lightweight.
They're
Like you
gonna-
pack pounds on.
They're gonna fight over some chick to take to prom, bro. Fucking-
Dude, this guy's about to have his prom. That's fucking hilarious. You imagine go to school the next day? Like, what'd you do over the weekend? Oh, I went to a house party. How
What
about
do
you,
you
Paul?
mean? You said it was a whole year of school.
Yeah.
No, I looked that up. He's in a senior year.
Oh.
He's turning 18.
Yeah, so he has a whole year left. It's September.
Oh yeah, like this. Yeah, this school year. He's in school. for
Yeah,
this
yeah,
entire year.
yeah. He's got a whole year.
Listen, if I'm him, I don't know, man. I'm dropping out. Maybe.
I don't know about that, bro.
I'd drop out. Yeah.
Knowledge is pretty important.
Yeah, is it though?
Yeah. Well, when you
Is
got enough
it-
money to pay someone from Harvard, I mean,
Yeah, I wonder what he just got for. I wonder if it says like what he got paid.
That shit's never accurate. It'd be crazy if that kid got brain damage.
what is your
He
problem?
details.
Because
He's
he's a
grown
fucking
man.
minor. It's just like he's fighting real monsters, man. Like,
You don't give a shit, dude.
give him a couple more years, man.
Yeah, I'm sure they will though. Like he's definitely gonna have maybe 1 or 2 fights, and it's not gonna say what he got paid.
Check this out.
All right, guys, that's gonna do it.
No. It's not,
Imagine
Um,
fighting in the UFC. and, like,
let's get some picks down for this weekend. Can we do that?
Sure.
Real quick on the board here.
Xiaonan, Latifi, Yusuf.
Hang on.
Those
So,
yeah.
hang on. You're getting ahead.
Well, I'm just trying to fill the void.
You're getting
Just trying
ahead.
to keep talking.
You're getting
what if
no,
you,
no.
Sadiq Yusuf is fighting a late replacement Don
Okay.
Shanus, and he was supposed to fight Giga Chikadze, so he had a full training camp. So he's going to be like minus 500.
This is next week.
Can you imagine driving to the Contender Series on your permit? It's kind of funny.
Barcelos. I like him.
Yeah,
Versus-
Barcelos too.
I like him versus Trevin Jones. Latifi versus Olenek. Yan. Christoph Jocko versus Brendan Allen. What is your opinion on that?
Say that one more time.
Christoph
Allen?
Jocko
I don't know who that is.
versus Brendan Allen.
Like Allen. We'll say Allen. Christoph Jocko, is he ranked?
No, but Jocko's been around for a while. Brendan Allen isn't ranked either, though.
I know it's
It's a,
plus
it's a
110.
very close fight. It's
Wait,
an interesting fight.
Brendan Allen. Arnold.
Yeah.
Not Arnold Allen, Brendan Allen. Arnold Allen is fighting Calvin Qatar soon, though.
I feel like
Who else
that's
did you,
gonna be a good fight.
I like Mike Davis, but I don't really want to put him
Brendan
on.
Allen.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch that.
So we got 3 peeps. I thought we had another one. Randy Brown.
Yeah, he's fighting Francisco Trinaldo, though, and that's a good fight.
Is that it?
You said you liked Guido Canetti the other day. I don't really know how I feel.
No,
about
I
that.
don't like Guido Kennedy. Randy Costa.
Oh, okay.
Plus 549.
I like Maxine Grishin against Philip Lins. Probably not going to put anything on it, but I do like that. Do they have Sadiq Yusuf up there? That was the other one.
That's how.
They might not put it because it's a late notice fight. So the odds would be fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's
Probably like minus
yeah, it
800.
is minus 800.
It's minus 800. Yeah. Okay.
Plus 630 instead of plus 540.
Cool.
If you put Yusuf on there, that might be it's kind of like
Who's
100 points
Yusuf fighting?
plus 100.
Don Shanus.
Who's that?
Exactly. He's a late replacement fight because this fight was supposed to be the co-main event of last week's Song Yadong card. It was going to be Giga Chikadze versus Sadiq Yusuf, which would have been a fucking banger. But Giga Chikadze had to pull out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Xiaonan by decision. Do they have that? Do they have methods up?
No, they do not.
Well, they'll have it by the time we have next podcast because
Yeah.
this isn't for 2 weeks. But yeah, I like Xiaonan. I like
That's plus 540.
I like Xiaonan and Latifi definitely. Barcelos, it's a close fight for me. Barcelos by decision though. That's a method that you're gonna hit because Barcelos last 5 fights have been decisions.
I'm gonna hit or we're gonna hit.
No, I'm saying like that's one we should put. Barcelos last 5 fights have been decisions. Trevin Jones last 2 fights have been decisions.
Yeah.
So that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then Ilia Latifi, that's an interesting fight. Take him on.
Okay.
It's an interesting fight. I think Yuri Latifi can squeeze it out.
Yeah.
I really do.
Do they have any other cards up?
They have Bellator,
Yeah, that's okay.
Yoel Romero.
Yoel Romero is minus 650.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw a highlight of Yoel Romero the other day, and I can't stop thinking about it.
Which one?
He ankle picks a dude.
Really?
You ever seen that?
No.
Should look that one.
Like literally standing, just ankle
Standing ankle pick. It was the grossest shit I've
Picks?
ever
Oh my
seen.
god.
Just like kind of like fakes a level change and then like goes for it.
Yeah.
And grabs the ankle and just lifts it.
That guy is made out of concrete.
That's weird.
I don't know how he makes 185. Dude definitely walks around at like 220. He fought at 205 a couple times at Bellator. His fight against Paulo Costa is one of the craziest round ones I've ever seen.
He looks like a balloon animal.
He does.
And
He looks like he was chiseled by Michelangelo.
that was weird. It was weird.
That was.
Okay.
Well, it's what, like, yeah, okay.
Nah, it's not weird.
All right.
Michelangelo? Who's that? That
That's
old
the
sculptor
fucking-
in the back
yeah,
of the
that's
day,
the
right?
sculptor.
Socrates?
The statue,
Sculpted?
statue of David.
I don't know.
Socrates.
Socrates? You like made a fucking statue of him? I don't know, out of stone. I don't know what the fuck he did.
Was it Socrates or Archimedes that had the bathtub?
What?
I think it was Archimedes, right?
What the fuck are you talking about? Bathtub?
He found the guy that dropped the apple in the bathtub and the
Oh.
water displacement.
Oh.
The water fell out, so he was like, "Oh shit!" Like that's a thing.
Yeah.
I think that was that it
Buoyancy?
Yeah.
was water displacement. Who?
I think it was Archimedes. If out of the two of those, Archimedes.
I don't
Was
know.
it Plato?
Sorry, Aristotle.
Archimedes.
Archimedes.
Motherfucker.
Mother-
Knew that shit. Discovered the principle of displacement while stepping into a full bath. Realized that the water that ran over equaled in volume the submerged part of his body.
How about Newton?
Newton? Fig Newtons? I love Fig Newtons. I love Fig Newtons. If you could give me Newton's 3 laws right now, I'd be impressed.
Objects in motion stay in motion. Objects
And-
at rest stay at rest.
There's one.
That's one.
That's number 3. That's his 3rd law.
What's the first law?
I can't think of the first law. I know the second law. I know the second law is force equals
Shut up.
mass times acceleration. What the fuck's his first law?
Laws of physics.
Oh no, that is the first one.
Yeah,
Objects
I was gonna say that.
will remain in rest
I was
or
gonna say, yeah, inertia is the first law.
is that inertia?
It's inertia.
What's the 3rd law? Every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
That's fucking gay.
Yeah,
That's not a
stupid.
law.
That's so stupid. All right, guys. That's it. Episode 112 in the books. Next week, we will have an actual fight night to talk about. So we will have a little bit more to talk about. We won't get so off topic, even though that was fun.
I'm glad because
Dude, I hope you come to
Sorry,
more
I'm sorry
pods.
we
They
had
were
to-
funny.
put those together last minute, but
Oh, no.
Oh,
that's
no, you're
fine.
good.
No, that's fine.
It was definitely
It's not even until next
it was
week.
definitely
so.
a well mix of stuff. So we weren't boring talking about the same shit that we have been, and we will for the next month.
Yeah,
so.
coming up with your top 10 again.
Top 10.
Your top
Which
10,
one?
yeah. I think top 10 worst cuts of the year so far.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, there was a couple I had opening for next week. I started ranking top 10 rivalries of all time.
We don't need top 10 greatest of all time anymore. That's something.
We already did that
We don't-
podcast. That was episode 53.
We don't need to ever do that again, to be honest. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like we've done that a lot.
I feel like we should make an article about it, though. Or I should, because what we did for the podcast, we never really put it in writing form. I remember that. Back in the day, I had the top 50. I worked at the top 50 of all time. I think number 50 was Derek Lewis. 50th greatest UFC fighter. Most knockouts of all time.
Yeah.
Who's your number one?
Me,
Derek Lewis? No?
GSP.
Derek Lewis, your number one?
John Jones,
For what?
GSP.
No. I was saying, who's your number one of all time?
Kamaru Usman.
I don't think Kamaru Usman can be number one anymore. I
Number
think he's
one.
top
Where'd
7.
you throw him?
I think he was like 7.
I would have to go with
Good.
Jones, bro.
Good, because he's pretty up there.
Yeah, he is.
I would have to go with Jones or. Thinking more active fighters, not really like GSP and stuff.
Like Volkanovski's getting up there.
Yeah, that's a good
Volk
show.
is getting up there.
It's a great show.
You know who else is getting up there, honestly? Shevchenko.
Yeah, that's a good woman shout.
Easily top 2.
Easily top. Yeah. Top 3.
Who else would you put up there? Like Nunes is number 1 with a bullet.
Hmm,
Shevchenko, I would say, is number 2 with a bullet.
I'd put Ngannou
I wouldn't
past
put
him.
Ngannou.
You put Ngannou past Valentina Shevchenko?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like bro, like the size, like the competition wise, I don't know. Like,
No, I'm just saying for women's.
oh, I put Ngannou above them.
Yeah, right, yeah.
They should just have like everybody in the women's division against Ngannou. I bet he'd sweep them all. Fucking one punch, 5 of them slept.
That's fucking terrible.
Jesus.
No, I'm not saying that. Don't.
I still want to see Amanda Nunes versus Henry Cejudo.
Yeah, me too.
I still want to see that.
That's my fight. That's my matchmaking. I should be the commentator. I'll set it up. Okay, set it up. Long
Realistically, though, what are those odds?
Henry Cejudo minus 1,000.
Price 1,000?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
No.
Nunes has a fucking
I'm
reach
going
advantage in
Henry
that fight.
Cejudo, bro.
It's
What
really
is the
too
reach
hard to
advantage?
think. It's like you don't know.
We've talked about. You guys didn't even want me to talk about this at one point.
Yeah,
now
we
you
used to-
want
we
to.
used to talk about this.
No,
all
you're
the
like, no,
time.
don't say that.
Yeah,
You're
we
like, don't
did.
say
What are you
that.
talking
You're like, don't
about?
say. I'm like, no, I'm saying it.
Cejudo takes it.
Nunes has a 5-inch reach advantage.
Cejudo takes it seriously,
Yes.
and he's like, "I'm gonna knock this bitch out."
Yes.
He would.
Cejudo all day. But if he actually walks into it like normal fight, and he's like at the end, he's like, "Oh shit, I'm fighting a woman. Like I can't actually
Yeah.
walk out there and knock this bitch out." Might go to like the ground, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna try to out grapple
All right.
her."
Here's another
Dude,
one then.
Nunes out grapples Cejudo at their
Ooh.
natural weights.
Yeah. He's gonna toss her around.
Amanda Nunes
Listen, they're both about 150.
dominates
They're both about
Cejudo,
150.
and he likes.
Cejudo's an Olympic wrestler. What are you talking about? She doesn't dominate him.
She dominates him.
No way.
Yeah.
I think Amanda Nunes has a fucking chance, dude. I really do.
What's her height? What's her height?
5'10", 5'9".
He's like 5'4",
He's like 5'4".
5'2",
He's 5'4",
1,
5'5".
5,
He's 4'8".
6, 5,
Yeah,
4,
right.
4.
Yeah. All right. How about like Amanda Nunes versus Cody Garbrandt? Weakest
No.
chin.
Cody
in the
Garbrandt,
UFC.
bro.
Yeah,
It's
Cody
not even.
Garbrandt-
It's
that's
not even.
It's not even a good thing for him.
Cody Garbrandt, and it's not even close, dude. Because he's gonna crack her skull.
I don't know.
Yeah. What do you mean you don't know?
Cody Garbrandt fell the fuck off, man. I think Amanda Nunes taps him one time and he falls. I think
Yeah.
Nunes could knock the fuck out of Cody Garbrandt.
Derek Lewis versus Wiley Shannon. That's what we all want to see. It's the fight to make.
I'm gonna give it to Lewis, man.
Dana doesn't want to fucking give it to Lewis. Lewis is the fucking boogeyman of the division.
Yeah, totally. All right, that's good. We're done.
Yeah.
We will see you next week. Episode 113 next week. Check out the MMA Complete Twitter at complete_MMA, which is at the bottom of your screen. Also check out the MMA Complete Podcast YouTube page. Go like and subscribe over there. Follow us at fansonlysports.com also, where I'm posting a bunch of MMA Complete articles. They've been doing really well lately. Top 10 Mondays, Rankings Fridays, Roster Wednesdays. We're going to be doing fight articles for fight nights starting a couple Saturdays from now, which we'll definitely have for UFC 280. While you're here, UFC 280 live reactions will start at 10 a.m. on October 22nd, go all the way through the main event around 5 p.m. And that's it. That's all I got. Long podcast today. I'm going to go watch some football.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Have a great day. Hope you win some